Britannia Challenge Cup. We've seen a few quarter-finals of this go already this afternoon. This is London Rowing Club A over on the Berkshire station. Marlow Rowing Club closest to us here in the red on the Buckinghamshire station. Great start here for London, Fergus.
It will be, and of course, no idea of what Aaron Jackson has been up to in his single scull. But it's fantastic for them, for the supporters, to have London crews just coming again. And after seeing Aaron Jackson qualify on his third attempt, they'll be delighted to see London Rowing Club leading out Marlow by 3/4 of a length at this point in the opening stages of this round of the Britannia Challenge Cup.
Yeah, London, they had to race their B crew yesterday, which will have left them a little bit unsure, I think, of where they sort of rank in the stackings in the Britannia Challenge Cup. You know, they'll have had confidence rowing against their B crew. They'll have known the speed on paper should have been with them. But now they've got to go out into the open. They've got to show their speed against Marlow Rowing Club. And, I mean, comparing these two, they last raced at the Marlow Regatta 2 weeks ago, and it was London that came out on top, third overall, and Marlow Rowing Club, well, they were ninth. So it would be an impressive turnaround to see Marlow up, but they're holding them firm here through the centre part of the course, Fergus.
They are, and I think if you're in the London crew on the right-hand side of your screen at this point, you're wanting just to break free and just finish this race off in the middle stages of this race. Just get it done, and then you're not having to expel too much energy. But I think, as you're saying, Camilla, you know, Marlow are doing a phenomenal job of just hanging on in there. I think they're looking a little bit tired in that Marlow crew at the moment. The bodies are just starting to come out of alignment. I think London, though, their bodies are much straighter, going right up and down the boat. The blade work from both crews, you know, it's still a bit choppy out there. It's gusty conditions, so they're going to have to be sharp on it up at the front end to make sure they're maximising their stroke length. But I think at the moment London are just doing enough. But I think with Marlow, as you're coming down, you're about to come past Birmingham. What are you sitting about? A length and a quarter, length and a third back. There's still an opportunity at this point.
Yeah, they've held them honest, haven't they, Marlow Rowing Club? They are vying for the overlap, and I'm sure the cocks in the Marlow crew, Edward Allen, will have eyes on the London boat to try and push his men on, to push that a little bit further. And a little bit of a tip there. You can just see that they are struggling a little bit, not only with the conditions, but probably with that fatigue as well, as they come into the final third of this course. It is so tough. They're going to have to trust in strokeman Blaise Ivers-Droe, who actually went to school with the cocks, with Edward Allen. They've been rowing together for such a long time, and there are the eyes and faces of Edward Allen, who's driving this crew on towards the line.
Yeah, and I think he's just made a call. We can just see that stroke rate just going up from Marlow. The bodies are just moving up and down the slides that little bit quicker, but it's not going to be enough. They just look like they're shortening up. Compare and contrast that to London, who are just striding out at this point as they come through the enclosures, and just over the past minute or two have really stretched out that advantage of Marlow.
Yeah, they really have. It is long, it is loose. You can see the stroke rate differences, you know, between the London crew at the top of your picture, Marlow at the bottom of your picture. It is worlds apart as London wind it down over the line. That is the sign of an impressive crew to take that stroke rating down to win out a round. Marlow, well, a valiant effort there through the middle, but not quite enough, it seems, to progress in the Britannia Challenge Cup. Well, great to see the support between these crews, and it was London Rowing Club there confirmed as victors in that Britannia Challenge Cup quarter-final.
Attention!
We're back with the Danesfield Challenge Cup now between Molesey Boat Club on the left-hand side of your screen.